amongst these sacred river banks, my ancestors lived, celebrated, thrived, grew. And after all these years, we still here, baby. Spokane tribe stand up, you learn. All tribes stand up, you learn. Sasquatch warrior chief just tapping in to let y'all know I'm at it again. And I'm in my hometown. You know what I mean? Not down to hold it down. You fears, because just how Spokane. That's how I always knew Spokane. Spokane tribe stand up, you heard? Thing you're going through in life, fam. It's all just a part of the process. Don't ever, don't ever, don't ever sell yourself short. You know, don't ever count yourself out. And just know that no matter what you're going through, and no matter how hard it gets, if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. Don't be scared to dream. Don't be scared to succeed. Just take a look at me. Take a look at everything that I've been doing and everything that I've been pursuing and reverse engineer that and think about how you could make a movement, how you could be one of those real troopers, the real seekers, the real ones with that, with them teachers, with them ancient scrolls that come from the most high, the most sacred, you know? And it ain't could nobody better. It's that we just used those things that was meant to defeat us and we turned it into something better for us. And we came instead of letting it break us, we turned it into pressure. And we know that pressure have to wipe that diamond off from getting all that mud on it. And you smudge yourself. And you give that offering. Man, I'm just trying to wake your game up like a good cup of coffee, man. I'm just trying to be there for you, man. I just try to show you something, my partner. I'm just trying to show you something, my relative, my cousin, my uncle, my auntie, my Kenneth, my Sheila, my Tupia. You know what I mean? Amongst these riverbanks. I'm doing it for the Spokane Tribe of Indians, baby. I'm doing it for my hometown. And I can't let them down. Every moment, every day that I walk facing this planet, when I walk in this realm, you know what I mean? Because I know that there's a maker to all this. There's a time, there's a place. And one day, I'm gonna talk I say, fam. I'm gonna talk us. Ooh, and we going back at it. Beautiful Kahlua right there. You see that beautiful Kahlua right there? Most sacred amongst the winged one. That winged one, and it's a sacred thing when you come out amongst the riverbanks where your ancestors strive. Your ancestors still is here, and then you hear the chants, you hear them drums, you hear them whispers, you hear the winged ones, you hear the applause, uh, you hear the war whoops. You know, there's somebody that you know and I know it's always gonna be there for you, bro. It's always gonna be there for you. And it's always gonna give you that certain level of a certain level of uh, uh, mental pressure that is meant to help you to be better and to not ever to see yourself as somebody that's weak. Right next to the river, we got right next to the falls, we got this beautiful creek right here. And it's just so beautiful, man. Come out here. Come out here. Smell the flowers from once in a while, man. Smell the flowers from once in a while, man. You feel? You feel? We just Hold on. See my sweet baby. But I'm just saying, man. Oh, look, the beautiful Kahlua. See the beautiful Kahlua? Just flew by. Big too. We'll see another one guaranteed. But like I was saying, fams, amongst these riverbanks with that sacred sumesh. Uh, hey, amo- amongst these riverbanks with that sacred sumesh, with that only my grandfather, my OG, spoke to me. The sunrise, I rise too, because I learned everything through the demonstration that it wise, wise one. The sky told us all, like the beautiful honeybee that's hovering above me, to the to the to the marmot that's running around in that bush, to that osprey that's flying above the mist. We all are in kinship to the little insects, to the little plants. As we go throughout each day, remember, fam, don't impact and don't let me over overreach, but be the man or woman that you needed as a kid, right? And be there for somebody in a way that only you know how that you needed somebody. Yeah. Become right on, brother. And become the type of person that makes something of themselves. The type of person that remembers that it ain't always about themselves. Yeah. Being the type of person that knows what losses is and knows how to talk to the to the janitor just as well as he knows how to talk to the bosses, and he knows how to be one of those type of people that knows every day is a is a gift, so they get to wrapping it, and then they think how they can come back with a transaction to the Most High, how they can become an offer, and then they get to soaring. And I believe in you, and I know that you got what it takes to be great, and there ain't nothing that you can't do if you show truth. Set them standards amongst your tribe, amongst your village, amongst your region, amongst your people. Set them standards and be the one that's ain't in them mental shackles. The one that's willing to pull back, pull back them shambles, really dismantle them unconstructive ways of criticizing each other's achievements and thinking that a brother gotta be a fool just for the streets to fail him. And a lot of people understand aggression, but a lot of people don't understand peace. And one thing that a man need to learn how to do is either be be quiet and have something righteous when he speaks, have something enlightening when he speaks, and be the type of person that throughout each day and throughout each night, you find that inner peace. You go out and meditate, you go on a walk, you go on a run in my beautiful Huntington Park. Huntington Park. Spokane, try stand up, you heard? Oh, try stand up, you heard? It's monumental and it's ancestral. And it could be a real cleansing for you to come out here amongst the elements, amongst what's most sacred, and amongst what's most beneficial to not only yourself, but to everyone else. Because as brother C, brother do, as sister C, sister do. So you could be that one who influences people on a real fitness frequency, on a community and betterment frequency on a, I'm a stay hydrated and stay rested frequency on a level to where they giving back to their people, not by just what they speaking, but how they leading silently throughout their day. Resting for man out the out the cars on the digital. They out here every morning. Yeah, eating. Beautiful lady. Just come check this out. It's Huntington Park. Beautiful Spokane, Washington, my own time. But like I always be trying to highlight is the key factors of life where you know how to control certain appetites. You know how to how to control certain desires, and you know how to be the one that's really the vessel when it comes to inspiring and is you go through your life, you could always be that that the one that's being enlightening, the one that's really being the one for they people to be like, hey, bro, that ain't really you, bro. I know you want to be a certain way, but that ain't really in your heart, man. You a good person. You got a trustworthy quality about yourself and a kind-hearted nature. You don't want to end up going and running off in the streets and doing something that you can't take back and end up doing on them years. So just go sit yourself down somewhere and think about how you could be a betterment for your peoples, bro. How you could how you could really come with something that'll change the trajectory of the way people live, not cloud the way they live, not be the one that dumbs down their judgment, not the one that has no leverage or no substance, the one that is really a beautiful, beautiful subject, whether it be on tongue, whether that be in conscious, or whether that be in physical, and whether you can see that within your sight and that you enlighten. You a beautiful source of substance for people because God uses you like a plug berry on a bush to nurture. He's in you. So you just like that plump berry, that what huckleberry nourishing medicine, like, and as you go throughout each day and as you go throughout your life, you can always be insured. And you can always remember that you ain't too old to learn and you're never too young to teach. And best teachers teach without speaking. And you got to give our people a reason to listen to what you got to say. Because if you ain't giving them a reason to listen to what you got to say, then they ain't going to give you a reason. They ain't going to give you a reason for them to listen to what you got to say. So throughout each day, I'm always remembering that I'm showing these young pups that I ain't no punk, huh? Uncle, he ain't no suffering second test. Yeah, he done fell and bumped his head a couple times, but he know how to throw their things. He know how to do his thing. He know how to make sure that everything proper and make sure everything going well in his life. Yeah, that's the type of person that you want by your side. That's the type of person that you gonna want at all times in your life because staying consistent with what you want and staying consistent. Oh, what up, butterfly? Beautiful butterfly right there. Spokane try to stand up and work. I'll try to stand up and work. And it's like being the type of person that understands they role and they platform and how far they want to go and being the person that you are and being the person that you see every day as 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 the type that goes from milestone to milestone, that goes through hurlstone to hurlstone. but doesn't be overwhelmed by those things. He's the type of person that is able to take a second, able to breathe, able to overcome, able to stand firm, able to be somebody that doesn't like repel or shrink when things don't really go the way that they want them to, because it's okay. Not everything goes the way you want it, fams, but it's all right. And that's a part of life. And that's cool. And that's what you need. And what I need too is to always remember that is that it's all right. But sometimes it ain't gonna always go right and it can go left, but just make sure that you the type of person that always is being better. All right. Excuse me. And it's always something that you gotta be able to see through is those certain types of levels of impact, those certain types of levels of function, and certain types of levels of ability that you can cultivate throughout each day for yourself if you truly want to change. Those things that you can cultivate for yourself throughout each day if you truly want to change. So don't ever feel like you're incapable. Don't ever feel like you're improper for wanting more for your family, for your tribe, for your village, for your people, for your sister, for your brother, for your mama. There's nothing wrong with that. There's that's absolute. That's proper. That's correct. You don't ever want to. You don't ever want to let that go over your head. That there always is going to be a point in time where you can bottle up, or you can let it all out, bro. And really give it all you got. And every day that you live in this life, and every day that you walking in this realm, that you doing what you can to be better for your family, and not only for yourself, but understanding true definitions of real wealth and them emeralds and them precious stones and the rubies of the highest carat, and knowing that as you go throughout your life every day that you breathing and every day that you living, that's another day for you to be better for your tribe, for your village, and to have ambition, to have courage, to have spirit. And everything that you doing, brother, is real. Everything that you seeing, brother, is real. And as you go throughout each day, when you go throughout each summer, you know that you could be better for yourself, bro. You be better for yourself, bro. You really can. So it's like, that's why I'm always coming out here every day amongst my people, amongst my tribe, my village, and I'm making sure that it's all going the way that it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm just making sure that's going the way that it's supposed to because you matter, I matter, and we are inclined to always be the type of people that's not gonna run from nothing, family. We're gonna be the type of people that's gonna run towards something, family. And I'm like always being being reminded of them certain mental faculties and being blessed with the heritage and the blood and knowing that everything that you going through, bro, in your life, it's all just a part of the process, homie. And that it all can take a turn and it all can go one way. In the blink of an eye, you can really get whatever that it is that you wanted out of your life. And you could be the type of person that really comes from the ashes, rises like a phoenix, and does whatever they need to be better for their family, for their tribe, for their village, and for their region, and becomes somebody that be's better for their people. Because as you go through this, you gonna grow through this. So that's just something that you should know globally and locally. That as you go through certain things, you're gonna grow through certain things, and that's just where you have to like be able to be strong through certain things, you know. and able to be the type of person that knows that like failing is just another way for you to progress. And is that when you're able to be better for yourself and for the people that you live for and the family that you got, it's always gonna be better that you can take that time for yourself, for the people that you got around you, and for the time that you spend, and for the fact that it's like however you want to live your life, you got to be precise with how you spend your time because it all can be gone in the blink of an eye. And and failure is what makes you great. And never hesitate to make mistakes because mistakes is what makes you great, young brother. Mistakes is what makes you great, young sister. And knowing that you, for your tribe, for your village, for your people, you always got to be strong and hold it down. Spokane try to stand up, you heard? All try to stand up, you heard? Beautiful, man. We'll flip it around. Like how I always say when I come through my hometown, when I come through the city, I always try to make sure I get some content, man, and make sure that I'm always being a proper representation of the Native Americans from the Spokane tribe of Indians that's still in their tribe, in their village, in their region, and still walking amongst these sacred riverbanks and in a ritualistic and ceremonial way, just to hear them drums and to them war hoops and to hear them, our ancestors and they laugh and they jokes and they and our Salish language and to hear the stories unfold and to hear what it means to be somebody in Spokane. Because as the sun rises, I rise too. Spokane try to stand up, boy. I'll try to stand up, boy. Sasquatch warriors, she's just tapping in to let you know. And I believe in you just as much as I believe in myself. And I know that it's gonna take time and I know that it's gonna take effort. But I know that you got time and I know that you ain't no punk and that you willing to put in that effort. Take your take your take yourself out of the equation and you can see really how you could change the nation by not being so selfish and knowing that the old self could be re re could be you could unlearn some things and you need to relearn some things. And then you could be better as you go throughout your life. And you could have the things that you need and the things that you want come at a proper time because it'll be like in line. Because the things that you get, sometimes we get certain things and at the wrong time, and then we end up trucking them off, or we end up doing something that ain't proper because we ain't not doing what it takes to one of them sacred totem poles that's still walking the ancestral lands out here. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I like the way that it is, and I like the way that the city of Spokane and still try to preserve that. And we go up here and we look right here on the river and you live it, I mean, you learn it. Yeah. The moment that you stop learning is the day you stop, you become a carcass of mind. And mentally, there's a lot of carcasses out here. And they're not really physically, mentally, or spiritually giving no offerings to Uncle Tonka. They're not giving no offerings to the Most High Sacred by going out and going and on a walk, on a jog, giving him praises, singing songs, doing things that is gonna give you and the Most High a bond. That's gonna give you and the Most High uh trust. Give you and the Most High a time to to show and to rejoice and to embrace each other in love. One, because that's what it truly means to come out here amongst these sacred riverbanks and amongst these amongst this town and amongst this village where you know your ancestors really was from here. You know that this is where they lived, and you know that this is where they prospered. So going out here and be better for your mama, for your papa, for your sister, for your auntie, for your cousin, for your people. Mhm. We all go through somebody's birthday today. Happy birthday with a cake. Stepping stones. Stepping stones. Constant repetition is the path to progression. I say that take your lessons from your losses and then redirect how that's how you get your loss up. Then real, real the most precious of carat diamond come from the most precious loved one. So think about how you really precious. Think about how you really precious. Think about how you really precious and how you can get yourself and your life together. Go out here on this walk, go out here on this jog, go out here most where it's safer for most time. And know that every time that you embrace truth, you're gonna find the truth that lies within you. And you're gonna see the truth outside of yourself when you resonate with the truth that lies within thyself. You know? Because as the man thinketh, so is he. Just when they thought spoke couldn't, that's how I always knew spoke could. Spoke can't try to stand up, you heard? I'll try to stand up, right? Sasquatch warrior teachers tapping in to let you know I'm leaving. Take each day and take each moment. Go out there and be noble. To go out there and do something for your tribe, for your village, for your people, and for the city that you believe in, and for the fact that you got somebody.